find a way. Fill my mouth with love, hold me till I scream for air, breathe, and wash me over until my well runs dry. Send all your sins all over me, baby, baby.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If it is your first time here, hi, my name is Glenda and you're definitely welcome. If you're a returning viewer or a returning subby, thank you so much for tuning back in, and I really hope that you guys enjoy this video. So today we have a very simple makeup routine for beginners, and the first thing that I'm going to be applying is an Enriched face base by Bobbi Brown. I had already primed my face, moisturized my face using the Nivea cream. So now I'm going to go ahead in with the Bobbi Brown vitamin enriched base, and this base claims to be an all-in-one primer and moisturizer. I really do like it, more especially if you have dry skin. This is the right product to use. I myself do have dry skin, that is why I prefer first moisturizing my face with my usual moisturizer, my everyday moisturizer, and after applying the moisturizer I like going in with a face base for that rich and moisturized makeup base. But if you don't have this product, you can just use your everyday moisturizer and any primer of your choice. And be careful, if you have dry skin, please stay away from mattifying primers. And if you have oily skin, please do us a favor and stay away from oily primers. Okay guys, I went ahead and did my eyebrows off camera, but I did shoot a separate video for the eyebrows because they take quite some time. So if the video is not up yet, please turn on your notification bells so that you know when I upload that video. If it's on now, so you can, before you attempt this face, you're just gonna go and watch that video and then come back and continue with the rest of your face. So I'm going to go in right now with our foundation. So the reason why we're going on with our foundation is because I'm trying to teach you guys how to do a simple face before you learn how to do your eyeshadow and all of that. So now I'm going to show you guys a simple face without eyeshadow, without just a lot of things. I just want it to be as simple as it can be. So at the same time, we're going to be doing a review on this Catrice Cosmetics TrueSkin Hydrating Foundation. It has hyaluronic acid, and I bought the shade Warm Cocoa, and it says that it has hyaluronic acid and watermelon oil, and it leaves a perfectly even skin tone and natural matte finish, and it's medium to high coverage with a comfortable skin feeling, and it's dermatologically approved. So today we're going to be the judge of that. I haven't used this foundation before, and it comes in so many shades, but one thing that I've noticed about this foundation is that it doesn't accommodate a lot of shades that are darker, so it's not accommodative of dark skinned people, including myself, because I bought this foundation and this is the closest that I could get. But I will show you guys how it looks on my skin and what I need to do to it before I apply to the rest of my face. So please guys, do make sure that before you apply foundation, you make sure that it's the right shade for your skin, and that way it will be easier for you, because I know that a lot of people give up on applying makeup because firstly they buy the wrong shade. So please make sure that the foundation that you're applying on your face is the right shade. So I'm going to apply on my hand, and I'm going to do a shade test using my foundation brush. Okay. Alright guys, this is how it looks. I'm actually really happy with how it feels on my skin. It's really light on the skin, like I literally can't feel anything. And I also love that it's matte, but also like it's not giving a dry effect, so it is really hydrating. And it doesn't feel like foundation that moves around throughout the day. I love it. I love how it feels, and I also love that it's easy to work with. Like I literally used this brush, not even a stapling brush or like a blender, nothing at all. I only used this brush, and this is the outcome that we got. It did cover all my dark spots, and yeah, it really feels great guys. I really do like it a lot. Yeah, and this is how the side looks, and this is how the other side looks. So you guys can see that it's dark for me, but when comparing to my neck, this is actually the shade that I'm supposed to be using. So also be careful of that. If you have a darker neck, please just go a little bit, just go at least one shade down from your face shade, and that way your hyperpigmentation won't show a lot. So I'm done applying my foundation. I did apply my entire face with this foundation, and I really love how it looks. So I'm just going to do a little review, because I'm done applying it, on what it claims it does and how I feel about it. So the foundation is hydrating, and it leaves a perfectly even skin tone and natural matte finish. And I can honestly give them, if they're saying that it's hydrating, you guys can see my face. It's very hydrated. It doesn't look dry, it doesn't look patchy, and also like it gives an even skin tone. And one other thing that I also noticed was that it's more on the full coverage side than it is on the medium coverage. It is medium coverage, but it's more of the full coverage side. And also it says that it has a comfortable skin feeling, and to be honest, I can't feel this foundation. Like it's so lightweight, like super lightweight. And one other thing that I also noticed was that it doesn't transfer that much, and I'm going to do it with my 2 fingers, and I'm going to show you guys how it looks after I touch my skin. I haven't applied anything yet. It is just the foundation and my brows and nothing else after the foundation. And I'm going to do my 2 fingers test to see how much of the foundation comes off my face to my fingers. And that is how much came out. And I'm not sure about the matte finish. It doesn't feel matte or look matte at all, but I'm not matte because I have dry skin and I'm not looking to look dry. And this is how my skin looks after application, very hydrated. And now we're going to continue with highlighting our face and then setting, and then we'll be done.
Turn me inside out, make my heart speed. Be no one else, you're all I need. Personality, everything you do, it's me love, everything about you. Your smile, your style, so fly. I can't deny, I got a crush on you, that's truly. I'm digging you, you make me believe.
I went into my T-zone with this LA Girl Pro Concealer, and it's in the shade Fawn. And what I did is I really tried to minimize the amount of concealer that I put on my face, just so that I don't end up looking lighter than I should. And if I see the need to add on more concealer, I will add on. But as a beginner, just be careful with the amount of concealer that you use, and build up the concealer to your desired consistency and your desired shade. So I'm just going to go into these areas and try to blend the concealer. So what I do is I blend the outer area first before I go inside to remove the harshness. And as you can see that I am tapping and I am not dragging the concealer. That will give you a much more natural finish. Okay guys, as you guys can see, everything else is blended. I'm just left with this area here, and the reason why I leave it for last is because I want the concealer to be more tacky, and as soon as we blend this area we need to immediately set our faces, so that is why I leave it for last. So one other thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to try and blend my eyelids, because as I set this area I'm also going to set this area here. So yeah, let's blend the eyelids. So what I want to do is I want to look up so that we can remove the fine lines and we can blur the fine lines, so that when we set, we don't set together with the fine lines. So looking up really helps. So now that everything is blended and smooth, we are ready to set, and I'm going to be using the Yardley loose powder in the shade Caramelized because I'm a dark skinned girl, and if you're a light skinned girl you can use the translucent powder. And if you're a dark skinned girl and you're a beginner, please stay away from banana powder just for now, just so that you can learn how to apply your makeup and you know exactly how to incorporate it into your face. So this is how my brush looks. I applied just a little and I just tap it into the skin. I'm not going to bake because I have dry skin. I just tap the product into the skin and that's all. Yeah, so I set my face, but my skin is not really dry. It is dry, but like it's not really dry. So this is what I like about this powder. If you're a beginner, like it's really great because it doesn't dry you out and it doesn't give you like an ashy finish. So you guys can see how my eyelids look. So I'm not going to set on this. I'm just going to quickly blend it with a blender and I'll show you guys how it looks just before I set it. So this is how my eyelids look just before I set them, and I'm just going to apply some powder. To set the concealer. So now that we are done setting our faces, we look not matte, like there's still this hydrating effect, but our face is set. And as you guys remember that we didn't use a cream to contour, so we're just going to use a little bit of blush and a bronzer to bring back the warmth into the face. If you have a bronzer you can use one, if you have a blush you can use one, but I'm going to be using this the Saharan palette by Juvia's Place because I don't have a bronzer that I can use, and I'm going to go into this shade and I'm going to use this as my contour or blush. You guys will actually see the effect that this shade has. So if you have eyeshadow that is properly pigmented, you can use this to do the same thing as I'm going to be doing, or if you have a bronzer or a contour shade that is this dark, you can also use it. So as you guys can see, this whole area here is where my cheek is, and obviously the contour moves from the top part of the ear coming down. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to apply this product anywhere lower than this part, and if I do, we can still clean that up. I will show you guys if ever we make a mistake. So I'm going to move from there, and I'm going to drag the product like this, and I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I don't really apply much because this product is super pigmented. So after application, I'm just going to blend it out. So this is going to serve as a bronzer and blush at the same time for me. So I'm going to nicely, without being harsh, blend it out. And as you can see, I'm using the inward motion. I'm not taking it down, I'm taking it up. Guys, I won't lie to you guys, like I am a very huge fan of blush. So if you want to apply blush, you can control the amount of blush that you put on. So I did a little bit too much, but I actually love it like this. So you have control over the amount of blush that you apply, or the amount of contour, or the type of a contour that you want to use. I use my dark blush as a contour. You can use a normal dark shade as your contour, however you guys want it to. So I'm just going to quickly bring back my contour line using my powder, just so that I can bring back the structure. Alright guys, the next step is actually eyeliner. So I'm going to line the lower eyelid, not the inner waterline. I did go ahead and eyeline my waterline, and I'm just going to go in with this Avon mascara, and I'm just going to brush my eyelashes. Guys, according to me, this is the easiest face that you would ever have to pull out. If you are not an eyelash girly, you can stop here and do your lips. I did outline my lips just a little bit with a lip liner. and then I'm just going to apply some gloss. And this is how I look just after class. And guys, imagine your skin looking like this even before you set your face. Like, we haven't set our face, but I already look like this. And this is how I look after I apply my eyelashes. And this is this is how easy it will ever get for you guys. This is the simplest face that I've ever done, and it looks so natural, but also at the same time it's glamorous. And I didn't include the eyeshadow part because, I mean, if you are a beginner, the eyeshadow is like something, it's the last thing that you should be worrying about. You can just simply pull off this look without applying any eyeshadow and you still look amazing. If you know how to apply your eyeshadow, you can simply do that just after you set your face, and you will look good like this. And please tell me how it was for you guys. Do you think this was easy or it was hard, or do you want me to change a specific thing in the video or show you guys the simpler version of doing something? So please do comment in the comment section how you feel about this look, and please do request other video ideas that you want me to do for you guys, and also follow me on Instagram to always have an opinion on which video I will be posting on which week, on which week. And yeah guys, thank you so much guys for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was really insightful and helpful from my mouth to your ears, and we're going to be creating more videos like this, more advanced videos and more videos that are for beginners, and you guys get to control what exactly that it is that I'm going to be posting on here. So please do subscribe if you haven't, like the video and show the video some love. I really do appreciate you if you have subscribed on my channel and you've liked and you have commented and you've switched on your notification bell, because it can only get busier than this. So yeah guys, I'll see you all in my next video, and lots of love.